Hey everyone, it's Pepe God and Alan Howick here, back for another video update on Decentraland, which has kind of become something that we've been doing after major events in Decentraland. And, you know, it's just to provide an update and something to look back on.
I'm dancing for you, you dance for me, shake those emotes, let's go!
So we're at the Metaverse roaming party, which is at Rustan's land, and
Waxout Gallery.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people here for now, or a decent amount of people here, and we are going to go through some Art Week installations and just do a general update on the platform and how we feel about everything. So right now,
You just jump off.
I did just jump off. So meet me down at the base of the statue.
All right, let's go. Yeah, I'll follow you.
So
or should we just teleport over?
yeah, I think this was kind of where everyone was gathering at the end of Art Week today, but we're going to be teleporting over to the Art Week main stage. So I'm just looking for that on the map here. See it? The Visitor Center. That's where we're going.
Heading there right now, then. Okay,
Heading there right
I'll
now.
See you there.
So I'm loading in.
Decentraland Art Week, a free festival exploring art and virtual worlds.
And it looks
your
like
place within them.
we
quick
never said the date.
overview, let's explore
It is
what to do and
September
where to go
26th,
during your time with us here in
6
the
p.m.
Decentraland
Pacific
Art
time.
Zone. All around
6:30
you are
p.m.
27
Pacific time,
installations
and
of some of the leading artists working in
it's
virtual worlds
2025,
today. Each build is a
and
unique immersive
heck yeah.
world.
There
From
are,
interactive
I think,
sculptures
over
to
20
gamified galleries.
installations
Explore,
here
touch
at Art Week, from
There's a ton.
creators, from artists, and yeah, it's interesting. I can't remember, have we ever had an Art Week before in Decentraland?
You know, I was wondering that earlier. There must have been. I think there's been art. Maybe there wasn't one last year. I don't know though. We should look that up.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing an Art Week before. I'm just reloading here because, to be honest, it's struggling, and I can't even see the scene that we're on right now, unfortunately. Here it is. We're loading in.
Good
We
grief.
are loading in. But
This one's really cool.
what did you think of Art Week overall? It's not done yet. It's a Friday, and tomorrow is the finale. How did you feel about it as a whole?
I'll give it a thumbs up. I think it's pretty cool. There's a lot of interesting scenes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
There's a wide variance on the quality of scenes, I feel like, but I mean that's to be expected when you have different artists and different 3D modelers and creators that are joining forces to from all different places around the world, and then doing these deployments right next to each other. This was one of my favorite
Different styles.
scenes here at Art Week because I thought it was cool that you can kind of control how you fly around the scene. Yeah.
It's a functional little thing that you can ride, which is nice. It seems to work. So
for sure.
Until I get to the top.
What are some of the other scenes that we like here at Art Week?
We were just on Hayabusa's, I think. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she always makes cool stuff.
Yeah, this one was
they're
Rizk's
all
right
pretty
next
cool.
to us over here.
Yeah, this place is pretty wild. I mean, gosh, it's like we were talking about this a bit earlier. And it's funny. It's almost like it's too good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I like the I just noticed this dragon that's at the base of the waterfall. It looked really cool, swimming around in a circle.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's so many different varieties of looks in Decentraland. And this is, I was saying to you earlier, like it'd be cool one day if all of Decentraland looks like this. To some degree, this complete, this thorough. Because right now, when you look at other scenes outside, it's like, ooh, this place is like almost too nice for the Decentraland aesthetic.
I'm up on the roof
that
right
is
now.
a total compliment.
Okay. There's somebody doing crochet, I think, on the video screen. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's knitting.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is there a difference?
No, I'm not sure.
I think crochet is like larger, and maybe larger fabric. But...
Anyways. One of my complaints about Art Week this year was that it was too early in the morning my time. So like all of the foundation events were at like 6 in the morning or potentially even earlier for me. So not ideal for Pacific time, but you can't always be on made for this time zone. So
yeah, we're being a bit critical, but I agree. Like I wasn't around during the day, so I feel like I'm watching replays, or sort of like the schedule's a little bit more loosey-goosey in the afternoon here. But it does make some sense to start the show at a European time zone. I think in certain ways.
So
maybe they just had to do a better job of showing the schedule a little more clearly for people, maybe. Yeah.
So we're going to head over to a scene that I created. So I just jumped off the roof and headed over this way.
Yeah, okay.
I'll wait for you. But this one was called Symbiotic Grove. And I'm just waiting for some of these scenes to load. I've found since the last time that we did a video, which was, I guess, for Fashion Week 2025, that loading distance, or the LODs, just take longer to catch up with how I move around. And I think I'm doing like pretty much maximum settings. But anyways, that's something that I've noticed, but maybe it improved performance a little bit. This is another kind of area of Art Week. I did find it a little bit hard to get around with like these information teleporters, like this teleport back to Art Week Visitor Center. Like I wasn't even sure how to get here. I mean, I knew this was here because this is where my scene was deployed, but
yeah, it's a bit random, but I mean, it's okay. I guess it's all within the same like sort of block on the map. So this seems kind of cool over here actually too. But anyways,
so here I'm quickly just gonna go on Symbiotic
everyone's gonna
Grove.
things. Yeah. Okay, I'll follow you up. I'm gonna grab the larvae. Oh.
I almost got bit by these plants. So yeah, I mean, the purpose of making this video was just to do a general update and talk about what has improved since last time. What are we liking? What do we dislike? What do we think are things that immediately need to be fixed? Or just as a record. What do we call it? Like a record of what's happening with the metaverse that we could probably look back on this in years' time and think, oh wow, remember when that?
trying to document things as they improve and as they change. Yeah, I don't know, what is it? A diary, a time capsule? I think we're both hoping that in 10 years, Decentraland will be rocking and looking different, and this will be fun to look back on. So, man, it's always there's so much stuff going on. I don't know where to start, to be honest. We did sort of maybe think we'd talk about Creator Hub when we were hanging out in your land here.
Yeah, so this scene that I did was completely made in Creator Hub. I mean, obviously I'm using Blender for the 3D stuff, and I use like I think it's called Audacity for doing sounds and whatnot. But all the interactions that you have in the scene are made in Creator Hub. I didn't do any code at all, actually. And that's one thing that's cool and impressive about creating in Decentraland right now relative to how it has been in the past. There's like a lot more functionality that's possible in the Creator Hub without code. And if you want to integrate the code, you can do that. And I know Cursor AI was just made available to the Creator Hub as well. So I haven't had much time to interact with that and see what type of code you can put into scenes with AI through Cursor, but maybe that'll be something that we'll do next time, which there's another big event coming up pretty quick, which is Music Fest 2025. That's in November, so it's like less than 2 months away.
Well,
and we have a build on that we're doing together. Well, it's Alan's build, but I'm helping with 3D and creation for. We don't need to get into that too much now because
you're spilling the beans.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
We'll talk about that in the next video when Music Fest comes to an end.
For sure. I think the most important thing is that this scene was created without any code. Yes, you use Blender for the 3D objects, but Creator Hub handled everything else. So to me, somebody that doesn't know how to code, I think that's a huge thing. You can put together an interesting scene. You can find free GLBs around. You can start. I mean, I think people that have no coding and even no 3D modeling Blender skills can start assembling simple but interesting and clean scenes. So I give the Creator Hub I want to say somewhere between a B plus and an A. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
But overall, it's pretty cool.
Something else that was supposed to be an improvement, but it doesn't seem to actually be working as well now is the skybox and how that's interacting with scenes. I mean, you can manually adjust the skybox, so the time of day, which was great. You could do that before, but now you can actually set your scene to a specific time of day. But I think the functionality to allow your scene to be whatever time of day that the user wants to select is not working at all right now.
Well, I think it's partially working. I mean, the skybox is a pretty new or a recent addition. Skybox control. Yeah, there's clearly something not quite working right with it, but it's very promising though. I think once they work out the little bugs here, it'll be nice to be able to control the time of day, either from the user or as a creator to lock in a time of day if you so desire. So, yeah.
One of my favorite parts of Decentraland and one of the most important things, I think, is the, general map and how, it's a consistent, persistent world with a map and land and roads and everything. I think it's really cool. Let's wander from Art Week over to an estate that I have, and I mean, we can show some of what's cool about that and what's not cool, because like the loading quality as I'm moving around is
a free festival exploring art,
frankly it's pretty terrible right now. Like I'll be full on in a scene before it even loads properly, and it's like I don't even need to be
agree with
sprinting,
you.
but yeah.
It's funny, but it could just be this time we loaded. It could be something. You know what I mean? There's so many different things. Do we want to see one or two other things in Art Week?
I think so. I mean, yeah, let's check out a few.
Like,
I liked this one. This one, the Forest Goddess scene.
Yeah. It's got an unforesty soundtrack. I feel like the forest is under attack or something.
I turned down the sound a little bit for the video.
I could be wrong.
So, but yeah, the community really like turned out for Art Week because not only did Decentraland have these um, 20 plus installations that were, paid for with 3D modelers and artists that aren't necessarily in the 3D space but wanted to create and that sort of thing. But then Decentraland Community Building, or CBD, which is another community, kind of had their own art installation way to the north of here with a bunch of different contributors that maybe weren't selected by the foundation, or maybe they just didn't apply to have those positions, but that was cool too. So there was a lot going on with the community in general. How about
Yeah,
this other scene right over here with the TVs on it? I liked this one.
it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Apparently something happens if you click all the TVs.
Oh, I like.
Uh,
I had my camera show that some of the trees were growing. I think I did click all the TVs at one point
uh,
in here, but anyways, we don't need to do it right now. Unlock all the TVs to discover
yeah,
new artworks.
it opens up some other level up top. But,
Hmm. Uh,
yeah, I think Art Week. Um, they did bring a lot of interesting artists in here. I mean, I think it was a worthwhile, let's say risk or experiment to do or take. So I mean, for me, it's nice to see all the different possible stuff that you can build in here. These are all cool examples of different ideas and what is possible. And I would assume moving forward, each art week will get better and better, probably, as we move forward. So, um, yeah, definitely a worthwhile venture, I think, on Decentraland's part. So, what else here? Do you want to
I,
maybe just check out these other two buildings nearby here, and then
yeah, I liked this one. The
over?
photography gallery. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I like this style, I have to admit.
Yeah. My skybox is going crazy as I'm moving between these
Oh,
scenes
really?
right now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Again, there's probably so many layers of things going on here. Trying to have all these scenes work smoothly together with all the video screens, all the larger scenes. Um,
Yeah.
there are bound to be hiccups, you know.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, I
looking
like this place. Yeah.
I'm just looking around.
Oh.
It's kind of hard sometimes just with the loading distance and the way that it works with the different levels of LOD these days to just really see like
Hmm.
what's close by when I'm looking around with the camera right now. It seems to be struggling, and I feel like it was just
Hmm.
better last time that we were filming a video.
Um, I feel for me that it's the defaults are on pretty low settings, like my graphic settings, environment, scene distance, and environment distance are both like maybe 1/4 of the way up the scale. And this is sort of I just restarted, and I feel like it is choosing these settings according to my graphics cards, my graphic card and memory. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah, I mean mine are maxed out
So
and it's still pretty rough.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
And then
You know what's
performance
weird?
doesn't
I only
seem
started
great
noticing this
either.
today. Hmm.
Like I get lag spikes and stuff, and like sometimes the screen will freeze for a second or two, even though stuff's not really loading. Like I'm just looking right now in my screen at one of the close by
Hmm.
scenes, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. So, some of them are good,
It's
and
not
then
bad for
some of
me.
them take a while to load.
Yeah, I wonder if these guys went over the triangle limits and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe
Right?
there's
Everything's jam packed into this one area, and then
it could be, yeah. And I don't I am noticing some lag today in terms of the loading of stuff, but I didn't feel like I noticed it yesterday.
hmm
So I don't know. One of my favorites, one of my favorite sayings in Decentraland is, random people experience random things at random times.
Yeah.
In Decentraland. So, you know. But
I'm looking into
should
the
we? Let's.
distance right now, and I see
Huh?
the obey sign on top of the building that I deployed
Really?
that we were gonna head to. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Should we start
That's
walking that
good.
way, or was there anything else here that we wanted to check out?
Well, I mean, this video would take a long time if we go and visit everyone. It's too bad. There's, Chronos T's build is right here. Yeah, let's see. Uh-oh, I've lost you. Where did you go? Let's see. There you are. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's just, you know what? Let's just check out this one here first. Is that cool?
Sure.
This one
Yeah.
with the weird black and white. This one's kind of neat. Again, there's so many, so apologies to the ones we're not checking out. Um,
Oh,
when I see
Toria's
this
here.
sort of this scene, one of the things I like about Decentraland is I've never seen anything like this before and stood inside it. It's sort of a place where I guess new forms of art can be made and imagined or whatever. It sounds a bit corny, but you couldn't create anything like this a few years ago.
No. Are,
I
the
mean,
the
yeah.
piano collider is just not working for me, so I can't even jump on there.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, what the heck? Oh, that's disappointing. That. Well, okay. Well, we can keep going. But I do like the look at this place. I think,
Hmm.
yeah, you can make some really interesting things in here.
Look at this. I don't think this
So
is
that's
a
what
Art
Art Week
Week
is about.
installation, but there's some sort of
No,
forest here. This is
now,
like one of the original campsite scenes that somebody
y-
made.
can I say something about this scene for quickly here? I want to say out loud, if the foundation of the Tao is in control of these lands, just bulldoze this stuff, please. This is my own personal thing, but I just feel like they don't suit the surrounding environment anymore. The foundation or the Tao, go through all your lands, and if there's one of these terrible little scenes from like 2020 sitting here, I mean, I guess, old historical, maybe like they want to leave it here but maybe they want it to naturally be evolve. But man, I think I just bulldoze. I just put this stuff back to land. I think, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, not every single one, but like stuff like, yeah,
Look, this one's
we'll
an
come across
invisible
in a
wall or
scene.
something. This one's an invisible wall.
Oh yeah. That's a game that's not loading up properly, isn't
Oh.
it?
Oh.
Oh dear, why do we have to be doing this review while we're both bugging out, man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
I think it's a pretty common occurrence these days, so.
yeah, I guess. Like this scene here, just bulldoze it. The palm tree, the cannon, like come on, like this stuff, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. All right, where are you then?
I'm
See, now
over
I
here.
can't see you either.
You
You
can't see me? I
are
see
there.
you.
There you. I see you now. Okay. All right, let's head over to your plate. What you just put up.
Sure.
Um,
I hope we're going the right way. Oh yeah, we are.
I think so. Yeah.
Here, we'll cut across this way,
Well,
'cause I'm not exactly sure
all
where it
right.
is. I'll check out the map in 1 second. Oh yeah, I see
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Okay, I see it. I don't need to check the map. But yeah, I mean, this part
This.
of Decentraland, roaming around and being able to cruise through the streets and just the different neighborhoods and everything is one of the highlights for me. I know when we were
Yeah,
talking
totally.
about Art Week and everything recently, you proposed the question like, what is Decentraland to you?
Yeah. That's
So,
something we. Yeah, you want to go there?
yeah, you go first.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we were trying to think of questions to ask each other or something or whatever you're going to talk about. Um, I I feel like going to the very, very basics, like there's your sign. I see it. Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna sit
What
here for
is
1 second.
Decentraland? So many people come into the world and say, "Hey, how do you play this game?" And it's like that question. it doesn't bother me. It's more like that's not the right question, I think, because I don't think Decentraland's a game.
Mm-hmm.
It has game aspects to it, absolutely, and you can build games within it. But most people that use Decentraland know this or have thought about this. I mean, it's a simply put, a three-dimensional social platform um, that can be used for a number of different things. That's like the short technical version of it, of what
Sure.
it is.
And I mean, why do you
Uh,
like it?
yeah. I I mean, there's a few things. I think. Well, okay, in no particular order. I think those of us that are still in here, I think it's like everyone I meet in Decentraland is generally nice, uh, uh, generally creative and hardworking. So I think it's a interesting collection of people. Um, and I like it because I hope to make weird types of art that haven't been done before or made before. Uh,
So Art Week's right up your alley then.
kind of. I mean, so I did filmmaking for 20 years, but I think the medium is sort of like it's burnt out. So now I think you can do new things in here. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could go further, but I don't want to ruin my Alan Howick sort of persona.
Sure.
I mean, it's part performance art in here. Like everyone's kind of got to behave or do your thing, or you can act like a weirdo, or you can start doing a little line dance. Which, when I was younger, I thought line dancing was the most ridiculous thing ever, but I've grown to appreciate it. Like,
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
anyways, yeah. What
You're
about you? What do you?
you're line dancing out front of the Alibaba Art Emporium Estates Brickyard Comedy Club.
Oh yeah,
Or is that the building behind? Maybe that's the building behind. But
yeah.
for me, I looked at Decentraland as Web3's MMO. So MMO stands for massively
Yeah.
multiplayer online, and it used to be RPG, like a role-playing game. So an MMORPG. Those were
Yeah.
like when I was coming into my teen years, MMORPGs became pretty big, and World of Warcraft specifically was one of the um, biggest ones. And when I heard about Decentraland and I jumped in for the first time, I was already in Web3 and already interested in crypto and NFTs a little bit and whatnot. And then Decentraland, originally browser based, I was like, this is the MMO of Web3. And what that meant, I didn't exactly know, but it
Mm.
was really intriguing to me. And the fact that you could own part of it and develop on it and that sort of thing, I always thought was really, really cool. So that's
Mm.
what kind of drew me in the first place. And um, I get why people call it a game, but yeah, I mean, a platform is a better description of what Decentraland is. And the reason that I like it is just um, it's has so much potential, and I'd say it's really one of the only options right now for a persistent open world metaverse, or we can use another word for it, but like
Mm.
an open world platform where there is this centralized map and you can um, do whatever you want, build, um, code, integrate anything, and meet other people that are interested in Web3 and this same thing. So that's why I like Decentraland, and that's what I kind of expect out of the future of it. Something that I want to see that I think would bring it to a level of what my expectations were that should start to be established is kind of like a core meaning or purpose for Genesis City, because Genesis
Mm.
City without any sort of purpose in terms of like I don't know, progression, or I know we've got badges and whatnot now, but without a form of progression or like gameplay loop or something like that, um, I find it tough to get more meaning in Genesis City, which is one of the most important parts of Decentraland. I mean, with the worlds and everything, I totally get that. I think that should be available, but that's something that I want to see more of. And there could be so much more potential with that, especially when people own land. Your land ownership could bring purpose to whatever the progression of Genesis City is. And I think it's tough to have only the community driving that feature. I know smart wearables are on the horizon in the near future, so that could be something that improves some of that gamification aspect or like the possibility of progression. But again, it's just like not directly hosted by Decentraland, either Foundation or DAO. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the future. But yeah, what do you want to see next?
Exactly this. Well, we talked about this on the last video, which was what, like 6 months ago. So
yeah, well,
and you got to think that they have some plan for Genesis Plaza. I feel like someday we're gonna show up and it's gonna be like all redone. I don't know like what day, but
yeah, I mean you could do something with, for example, the different like we have Genesis Plaza, we have these different districts that I think are controlled by the foundation, or maybe they've appointed different people to manage them. And I don't know. There could be something done with the gamification aspect, even if it was something as simple as like herbing or mining, or maybe we did touch base on this in the last video, but I just it's not really seen any development, and I think that for me that's an important aspect of making Decentraland like Web3's MMO.
Mm-hmm. I wonder sometimes if it's just that the blockchain adds a layer of complexity to every single thing that you'd think would be easy. Maybe not. I don't know. If everything's going to be on smart contracts, I don't know enough about that stuff, but I wonder if that's what makes progress at times a bit slow, maybe a bit clunky. Is just that aspect alone. I mean, I don't know. I won't go back to what this is a silly aside, but just what I like about Decentraland. Sometimes I think that I feel like we're making a cartoon show, a three-dimensional cartoon show, and that we're characters in it who can come and go out of the plot line at will. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's sort of like, here we are filming this. We are, characters in a cartoon show, and I think this cartoon show might need a villain. So maybe. I'm just kidding. No. I'll just go back to drinking some coffee.
That's Jared already, so that role's filled right now.
There you go. Yeah, so
I'm just kidding.
There's lots of little things. Hopefully get fixed up. We've talked about this before too. It's like it's trying to carve something out of unlimited options.
I mean, I think this was a good input into our kind of like Metaverse diary at September 2025, where Decentraland was at to look back on in the future and see just where we were at, what the pain points were, what was going well, and hopefully it just helps us with the direction doing these as well. But I think it's fun and interesting to look back on. Hopefully some of the audience enjoys it as well, whether they're watching it right now or well into the future, to just see what things were.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like this video is gonna be interesting to about 200 people. Like, but I think it'll have more impact in 10 years from now. People looking back at this and going like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, I hope so.
And they're gonna say, "This is Decentraland." Like, before all the weird stuff showed up. So, or weirder stuff. But yeah, okay. There's so much we could talk about. There always is. But
Yeah, we could touch base on a few
maybe.
more if there was something specific that you wanted to chat about. But
Oh,
I
I
was just
don't.
looking at my avatar and I was thinking, I'm almost made everything that I'm wearing. But I mean, not
Yeah,
that there's a ton, but I made the boots for a different company. I made my avatar, Juicy Dude, just as a wearable. I made the
yeah.
um, pitchfork and
Pitchfork.
torch for MetaZone.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't make the glasses or the hat or the necklace, but the hat was a reward from Art Week this year, one of the
Yeah.
quests,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty cool. I don't know who made the wearables this year, but I like it.
Well, I didn't make any of my stuff. Uh, I do get a hard time occasionally for wearing sort of what do you call baseline sort of the wearables that come with the game, quote unquote.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No, I think it looks good. Those fire pants are epic. Those will be a collector's
yeah.
item someday, even though that they were given to all avatars at one point. Someday they won't be.
Well, the fire pants are actually from Wondermine.
So they're not
They're,
stock
yeah.
wearables.
No, the shoes, the t-shirt, the shades, the hair, the stash are all base. And then got the doobie. I think I bought that hat for $1. I'm wearing it because my mana hat doesn't work. We should have ended the video before I complained about my mana hat not working anymore.
Yeah, well, a
But
lot of the
it'll work again
wearables don't
soon.
seem to be working. I actually even have some emotes that just I can't even slot into my emote slots. They just won't work at all.
Yeah.
But
I only have one emote that seems to be really broken, and it's the snowball throwing one. So it just doesn't work properly for me. But everything else seems to work. This is the thing. There's so many little tiny things that I wish they that to have not necessarily fixed, but like let's say added. Um, like the emotes in your backpack, I think they're kind of hard to go through. There's no, maybe they need a name or something, or again, these are like little tiny things, but the way emotes are, they're just sort of in a random order, and it's like it's just clunky still, I guess. The stuff like here, I gotta say this. So this is something. I wrote a little line here. Fix the friend list within your profile. If you click on your profile, let's see. Like, if I click on you, or you
mhm.
click on me, and then you go up to our mutual friends, it doesn't work.
Well, yeah, you can't click
Now,
on them. Yeah.
no, and I think this is like so. This is something that should be fixed ASAP in terms of just knowing who is this person. Or there has been these security issues. There's so much has gone on, man. It's so crazy. But there was, that there was a bunch of people with fake accounts running around being jerks. Anyways, this should work because it works within the marketplace. If you look at a profile in marketplace and you click on mutual, there's a list that pops up, but it doesn't work in world, which I don't know, to me should be an easy fix, I think.
Mhm.
Please add that to in world. So if sometimes you get these random people showing up and adding you as a friend, and you're I've never, who are you? And if you happen to have 15 mutual friends, like, oh, okay, whatever then. Sure.
All right, right.
I'll accept your friend thing and I won't worry about clicking on a link maybe or whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, I think muting is another thing. I'm just gonna say muting another person or muting the scene. You know how we got all these buttons, these icons along the left?
Yeah, there's lots of room for
Uh,
more.
yeah, I think one of them should just be an audio on and off. Just being able to like click, just mute Decentraland for whatever reason. You want, just click, mute it, and click, sounds back.
Sure.
That'd be super handy.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
And
We got communities, which is new. Um, I don't know what that'll
yeah,
become in the future, but I mean, right now it's a decent functionality. I think it can be helpful,
well
but
here,
yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I may just accept your request. Let's see here. Right, here
Let's
we
see if
go.
I get a notification.
You've just been
Oh, I
accepted.
did. Congrats. You're now a member
Yeah.
of the Society of Secrets community.
Shh. Yeah. Nice. All right. Good stuff. So I think the community stuff will be interesting. I haven't really dabbled with it much yet. I don't know. I like to let, the paint dry sometimes before I start playing around with stuff. So
Yeah, cool.
maybe the paint's dried now. We can play around or join some communities and see how that works.
For
It,
sure.
it can't hurt having them. Um, yeah. Oh man. Again, there's so much stuff. I think do we want to? Okay. Here's some just random stuff. We can cut this out since we're just sitting here on the roof. But I feel this is random. Onboarding new users is can be awkward and time consuming. I think that's something to consider with Decentraland. I was telling you this earlier. I feel like Decentraland takes effort and it requires attention. I think it's not like playing Sudoku or something. Um, but I wish there was maybe a better way of like, if somebody shows up and they say, "What? Hey, what do I do in here?" You say, "Just watch this video." And so whatever. It's a 30-minute video broken up into six. Maybe these videos exist. I don't know, but there's gonna be like a refinement.
Well,
Just watch this and you'll get everything.
yeah, I do think it would be cool if there was like a quest line with like deliveries and, maybe a few other
Hmm.
things. I don't really feel like the quests right now, and we have daily quests for Art Week, but the quests where you play those mini games that are just kind of like the single player games that
Yeah.
unlock different wearables and emotes and whatnot, those have been not updated for 6+ months because I
Yeah.
completed them a long time ago and there's not been any new ones. But I don't feel those are like really that interactive or get you doing things into Decentraland that much. Excuse me, but it's just kind of like
Yeah.
beat the game really quick and um,
Well, I'm gonna say this is your number one and number two wish in Decentraland is getting some kind of gamification going. And I totally agree.
yeah,
You gotta think that it's in the works, and we're just waiting to. They've got to be thinking the same thing. Um, Maybe the marketplace credits was sort of like phase one of being able to have more games where you're earning credits, market credits. We'll see.
hmm hmm yeah. Progression with
Um,
market credits as like an incentive is good, but even like an experience bar, because we've talked about the badges before too. They kind of
uh,
have each their own individual experience bar to some extent. So for Social Butterfly, for example, you've reached the diamond tier. I'm 691 out of 1,000 profiles viewed. So I still got 309 to go until I am diamond tier for Social Butterfly. But it would be cool if, like, for ones like that where it's a little bit more difficult to unlock, if it gave
mm.
you something more than just this badge in your profile. Maybe that's one of the directions with wearables and whatnot. And um,
Well, if we want to talk badges, oh no, like some of them are broken. They need to hear this. I think you know, some of them work perfectly fine. I've tested them out a bit. Um, event the event tracker is not tracking properly.
right.
And I will say the Walkabout Wanderer. I mean, man, this is a heavy challenge. 600,000 steps into Decentraland. Um, that's gonna
Uh,
be pretty wild. I'm at 266,000.
oh yeah, you're a little further than me. I'm
Uh,
224,000.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's like 4 years of running around. Like holy
If
crap!
it
Like
was tracking properly, for sure.
if it was track, yeah, which I think it probably was. Some of these badges seem to be tracking way back. So they must have been tracking this info somehow.
hmm
But the social butterfly ends at 1,000, and it's just like there's nothing. They should have another level for that one. 1,000 profiles is pretty easy to get to. So they have varying degrees of difficulty. Where like the social butterfly badge, like okay, done, and the walkabout wanderer gold, that's like maybe 4 years away.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they're cool though. I'm gonna work on them. So yeah, I know I keep saying this, but there's so many different things going on we could keep talking about, but maybe we should wrap it up here.
Sure. Well, that was a good entry in the journal, and September 2025,
Yeah.
Decentraland Art Week. This is what the Metaverse was. This is what Zuckerberg changed his Facebook name to, but he's not involved with this. But that's what everybody was talking about at one point, and maybe it will be again at some point. I don't know if we need like another NFT pop or just like altcoins to take off, but for to drive some more interest, or maybe everybody to be locked in their house again. Who knows what it would take to bring more users? But I will say Decentraland's exponentially better than it ever has been, even with these issues. And I'm excited to continue to develop and be involved with the future of it. So
Yeah, absolutely. Good times ahead, I think.
yeah.
Steady as she goes.
See you soon, everyone.
Easy.